Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And on this episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk, we will be doing what is essentially the fastest predictions in wrestling podcast history for AEW Forbidden Door. We will be talking about some, I guess, not so forbidden topics from WWE in the world of wrestling and so much more. But before we start this episode, I want to take a moment and pay tribute to a man who, let's be honest, is the real fucking tribal chief. Rest in peace, Sika Anoa. And this episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk will start shortly after this video. Yes, that's right. Live from the Debate Network. It's Saturday night, and you know what that means. Welcome to Top Rope Wrestling Talk. And welcome back to, well, another dose of me. Yes, me. Not DDP, but the greatest prediction champ in podcast history. The OG Psycho, the American nightmare of podcasting. Whoa! The notorious DOM. Okay, you're playing. Yeah, there we go. I miss this music. I know I hear it every few days, and I miss it nevertheless. I don't care if it's forbidden. Let's fucking go. And of course, joining me as always, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the first lady of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. She is the whole ass vibe, the ninth wonder of the podcasting world, because we don't treat her like a woman, but we sometimes try and ultimately fail not to treat her like a man. She is the incomparable, the incredible Latina Heat herself, Grandma Wendy.
Hey, what's good, y'all?
What's going on, Grandma? And yes, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since we've come back to back weeks, we have the founder of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. He is the man, the myth with the majestic beard and the Burberry scarf.
Can't find
He
my
is
shirt.
the salt of the earth of podcasting himself, the high class one. Say it with me. Bruce.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do. What is
See,
good, family? Woo! Great
oh,
to
Good,
be
y'all.
back.
glad to be back with y'all. Glad to
Holy
be
shit,
back
Pepsi
on with the
Phil is
people.
in the crowd.
I know we got the new champ in the
Phil,
building.
what's
What's
good,
happening,
dude?
Justin? As always, in time. We got Big Mike. What's going on, fuckface? And the one and only the Pepsi Phil Hathaway Esquire. I would do the
Mhm.
spots, but
Stokely.
I don't feel like it. I really don't feel like it, Phil. I love you to death. I don't fucking feel like it. So we're just gonna move on from and we're gonna move into what I had brought up in our tribute video first and foremost because the world lost a WWE Hall of Famer, legend, awesome dude, reason my childhood rocked this week. Sika, no, I mean
I know I.
yes, NOI. Sorry, I had mid yawn. I was trying to hide it. He did so much in his career, and he basically created a bloodline, like second to only High Chief Peter Maivia. And
Actually,
high class.
nothing. I'm sorry. No, you're good. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
I
And-
stopped myself from cutting you off. Is what I was trying to do.
oh, he was amazing talent. I want to give these guys a chance to, say their piece. Wendy is belling me already. We haven't even gotten there. She is
Belling
drunk with
first because we interrupted you.
she is drunk with power and really excited for our new prediction game. But before we get to that, Bruce,
Yes.
your thoughts, your feelings on the loss of Sika this week.
You know, it's always a sad day when we lose another legend in the world of professional wrestling or just a person in general. But dude, the Wild Samoans were like my cut when I was a kid. Like I was that kid out of my friends that liked the Wild Samoans, and they were like, "Why do you like those guys?" And I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool, you know. And I guess it was the small heads, you know, that they carried to the ring. Like that's the shit that got me. Like that's what I liked it. And then
The head
you know,
shrinking bullshit.
the head shrinkers and shit, you know. But
I mean,
yeah,
it was fun.
yeah. I was definitely a big fan. So it's a sad day in wrestling. That is for sure.
I hear you. I hear you. Grandma,
Wendy wasn't even born yet, so she doesn't know.
I think she existed. If my wife knows who they are, I mean,
I
they're
did.
about the same age.
Oh, you did exist?
Oh no, I did. I did. Surprise! How much of a child? Yeah, no, definitely agree. To lose a legend, but the Wild Samoans definitely paved the way, and it the now the bloodline, you know, and they image of Samoans in wrestling and cement a lot of so I think they're um as all of them their uh to the world is definitely appreciated, and they definitely walked so others could run, so you know there's that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt. I mean, I'm with Bruce. I was a huge fan of the Wild Samoans, the Head Shrinkers, for a lot of the same reasons, and I call a lot of shit too. But I didn't fucking care. I really didn't fucking care because those dudes, Alpha and Sika, they were big, they were bad, they could fly. Like it was just a wild. It was literally a wild team to watch and a
Mm-hmm.
team that became one of the most decorated in wrestling history. I mean, they were what, like 21-time champions? They almost have as many belts as I do. Almost. But Sika, all I could say is thank you. thank you for the childhood that I brought up.
Yep.
Thank you for just the lineage that followed you, because it wasn't just like, you guys came and went and then I moved on to someone. Like, your family continued to help me enjoy wrestling throughout my entire life. It doesn't matter if it was Big Quiche or The Rock or
Yes, I
whoever
think.
else in between, leading up to the Bruv line and this current incarnation, which is, I mean, I might have a bone to pick with, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to say that now. All I'm going to say is thank you, Sika. Rest in peace. Our deepest condolences to your entire family, half of which is probably still in the business.
Absolutely.
And they're all there because basically you and your brother rock. And that says a lot about those guys and the impression they gave to that family to get them to, kind of follow in their footsteps and try to top them all the way up and through to Roman.
Yeah.
I mean, like it or not, doesn't make it any less true. I'm not saying Roman is great. Now, on the other hand, when he does come back, because the way things are shaping out, this is going to be like the way to get him over as a face.
Oh, absolutely. That was 100% planned from the beginning.
You would think. But you know what I know? The Godfather is in the building. Shout out to Ivan and thank you for taking time out of your vacation to help us get ready for this show and to be in the live chat. We hope you enjoyed your birthday. We hope you're enjoying your time off. De Niro and I got you, so no worries. I will be back tomorrow night with a gang of motley looking sons of bitches to cover Forbidden Door. And then I will be back Monday for Dogging with De Niro. And hopefully De Niro will be too, unless he gets tickets to Raw.
Right?
And then I'm going to make him come on live. Like, you're in the crowd. How's it feel out there? And then he shouts to Mommy, salt of the earth of podcasting, and the no, notorious DOS. We love you, dude. Lennox, what's happening? What's happening, homie? And Justin's got those ones up for Sika. And
Put them fingers down. All right, for Sika, okay. But
I will acknowledge
not
Sika,
Sika,
okay?
yeah.
Like I said, that is the original tribal chief. That is the tribal chief, okay? I don't care who tries to call themselves. You're all just filling in for Sika. And since we're on WWE already, Jesus Christ, we might as well talk about some of this stuff. And I wasn't planning to do it, but I gotta bring up MSG last night and the Bruvline swerve that ended up with Paul Heyman being murdered in his hometown.
Yeah.
Like, where, Solo had basically bullshitted Paul Heyman the whole night, saying like Jacob Fatu wasn't in the building, he was taking his advice, yada yada yada. And then when they come out for the ceremony, he introduces Jacob Fatu. By the way, that intro was fire. Literally, did you see Jacob Fatu come to the ring? That shit was amazing.
I didn't see him come to the ring. No.
Oh, you got to see it. It is literally one of those Cody type entrances. Give me all the pyro, all the fire, all the graphics, everything. It was pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
And
it was big.
Everyone, of course, is acknowledging Solo as the new tribal chief until they get to Paul. And Paul can't believe what's going on. Like, Jacob is there, all this stuff. He pulls out the lei that, Sika put on Roman. And he wants Paul to put it on him. And Paul's like, I acknowledge that you are not my tribal chief. And people lose their mind. And then Paul immediately gets spiked. And then shield bombed through a table.
Yeah.
And being the guy that I am, and the love, and where I'm from, and the love I have for Paul Heyman, for more than just ECW, but mostly, this kind of pissed me off. I guess the question is this one of those moments where it should be? Because you could see it on the screen. We called the show as Nothing Forbidden. is this whole thing of like just destroying, a guy like Paul Heyman, who's a Hall of Famer, God knows how old and God knows how out of shape, in his own backyard? Should this stuff be forbidden by now, Bruce?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Really?
not. No. No. But here's it here's the thing. This is setting up the reunion with Jimmy, Jay, and Roman, and they're probably going to wind up getting Zilla Fatu to be with them along with Paul Heyman, and Zilla's going to have a beef with Solo because he uses the spike. And the spike is Zilla's father's finisher.
Yes, it is.
It was going to be like a Spike versus Spike match, kind of.
Spike versus Spike. The battle of the spikes.
I don't. It's one man's opinion, but I feel like Zilla uses that spike a little better than Solo. Because he will kind of RKO with that shit. I don't know if you've watched his matches, but like he will literally just spike you out of nowhere, like midair, just whack.
Yep.
It is awesome and vicious. Where I mean, Solo's is good, but his is better because it kind of just can happen at any moment. You see Solo's coming from a mile away.
Yeah. Because it's the whole setup with Solo, and then when he's holding you and
and he has to make the whole scream and do the whole thing, and Zilla's just like, nope, here it is, bam.
Like,
yeah,
but
Umaga did the scream too. Umaga did the and brought his hand way back just like Solo does when he did the spike as
Which
well.
Probably pisses Zilla
maybe
off.
It's not necessarily maybe it's not necessarily fair to compare the spikes because even though they're both apples, they're different kinds of apples. One's a little sweeter, the other's a little more sour, and it's like it's just interesting to see how they each have their own twist and application.
Exactly. Now, here's my thing. Now that Solo does not have a wise man, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if Solo brings his father Rikishi to be his wise man, and Rikishi basically says because Solo's his youngest child,
his baby,
he'll always protect him over Jimmy and Jay. And it's kind of one of those things to add another layer to the story.
I wouldn't mind that.
And then The Rock comes back and he's like, I did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. The Rock's not going to be on that side, though. I got to tell you that right now.
No, he is. No, that's the side remember the connection he had with Solo before he left, which was a very good connection. That's where he's
remember him trying to face himself up in front of Cody Rhodes the Monday after WrestleMania before he left. So if Roman comes back on that side, guess where the final boss is going to be?
The final boss is going to be with Solo because he is the one pulling the strings over Solo. He's the one pulling the strings.
We shall see. But I even heard somebody asked me if we thought asked what we thought of the possibility of the new wise man being Alejandro Estrada, the former manager of Umaga.
Funny thing.
Okay.
He has actually done matches with Zilla in the Indies.
Random thought. What if they don't get a wise man? What if they just become like the rabid dogs of WWE and just run roughshod through everything?
You know what, Grandma? I mean, that does look like where they're going with this. I mean, Paul Heyman has spent months talking about what like wild outlaw, dirt bags everybody is, and how nobody is safe, and the security isn't enough, and yada yada yada. So
there's also
it's a random thought, but it's accurate.
There's also another certain WWE legend that has children in the new bloodline.
Haku.
Mm-hmm.
That could be it also. Yeah, that was exactly where I was going to go with this after we finished up on Wendy's point. But yeah, that could be a thing too. I mean, if you remember, he was actually part of a clique with his son with his sons in New Japan.
He was in Bullet Club.
Yeah, it was like an offshoot of Bullet Club, and I can't remember the fucking name of it at the moment. It always slips out of my head. But it was one of those. It was one of the many offshoots of Bullet Club, and now it's not. But it was Haku and his kids basically, and so yeah, that makes a lot of sense too. It's intriguing to see where it all goes. But I don't know if Pepsi Phil has ever come up with a more factual statement than this one. I mean, he says, I'm gonna just say it now. Fuck Solo and that Dollar Tree bloodline. That to me, that's factual. To me, that's actually factual. I don't know about y'all. Maybe in the chat, if you disagree, please have at it. But to me, that man just spoke no lies.
Nope.
Do you guys are you guys getting Bullet Club vibes from this new bloodline now that GOD's there? Does it or is it just me?
A little bit. It's
like just
like
enough.
the Kenny Omega Bullet Club, like the Kenny Omega Bullet Club.
I'll tell you what,
not
I'm definitely
a little sampling of it.
As Bruce pointed out, and it's obviously been all over the internet. I'm definitely getting MJF vibes from Tama Tonga's shirt.
You know that shirt
of the Bullet Club vibes. It's this bruv line.
That shirt was supposed to be the one that debuted when MJF debuted on Monday Night Raw, but he decided to go back to AEW and bet on himself, so they had to change the F to
a T. They just switched the letter around. They put a T in. And they were like, "Here you go, Tama.
Yeah,
we meant to do this all along. Wink, wink.
This was the plan.
This was the plan, and Ivan, we love you too, bro. We love you too. You're sweet. What the fuck, man? Why you gotta be sweet while I'm on?
Right?
Can't you call me bullshit or something? I'm just playing. We love you. We will always have your back. And let's see. Justice said, "What happened at the end of SmackDown proves why Paul Heyman is easily one of the greatest in pro wrestling." Fact. The facial expressions, the emotions, and the fact he'll take bumps for the sake of a story. Yeah, at this point in his life, I don't think Paul Heyman has any reason to take a table spot. No. And this is two since Brock broke out the tractor.
Yeah.
Which is probably two more than he ever needed to take, but he did it anyway because it made the story more compelling. And that is why I will always love Paul Heyman. He will always go, yeah, it fucking works. Let's do it.
For 58 to take that bump, oof. Bless him.
Oh, Pepsi Phil says maybe Rock is the wise man.
Very well could be.
Okay. Or and brought up Haku. It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. I'm interested in seeing who they get as a fourth on Cody's side because we all know that's bound to happen. We just don't know when. Clearly, I think they have a match at Money in the Bank with the Bruv line.
You know what gives credence to the theory of Rikishi being the next wise man? What he tweeted out. So found this on WrestlingInc.com. Sikoa's father, Rikishi, has since reacted to this segment in what appears to be approval of the decision. It should come as no surprise, considering Rikishi had also supported the youngest of his sons when his oldest, Jimmy Uso, was similarly ejected from the group. Rikishi wrote via X, "It's done."
So maybe High Class is really onto something here.
Maybe he is.
You're damn straight.
Oh, I can't wait. The important part is I can't wait to find out. That's the fun side of WWE. The not so fun side right now is kind of what happened to my man Donovan Dijak. Because according to multiple shit sheets, let's just put it, and even Dijak himself on social media, WWE was supposed to bring him in to renegotiate and get a contract extension done with him. When he did show up, he showed up to basically be informed he was being let go.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I guess it's one of those situations or one of those moments in WWE where you look at it, you go, hey, you know, with all the progress, where's the fucking progress? But I'll be honest, I love the guy. I don't know if his career at WWE could have been saved after Retribution. I want to know what you guys think about the situation. Like, do you think he could have redeemed himself there? Or is he better off leaving? And if so, where? And oh god, which one of you fine fellas do I want to start with on this one? Oh, I know. Please give us a shot.
I think it's for the best. He definitely had a great thing going before he joined the WWE. WWE feels like they didn't know what to do with him. And if we have seen anything with the likes of Mustafa Ali, Nick Nemeth, Matt Cardona, you can make it outside of the E.
Well,
And he definitely had potential outside of it. And I think leaving them, he just needs to come to peace with it and move on. Say, you know, do his thing, forge his path forward. I think he's better off. Where he goes doesn't matter as long as he's out.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, real quick, Chef, mwah, what is up, you fine fucker? I am so glad to see you. I hope you will join us tomorrow for the Forbidden Door watch along because we basically can't do a watch along without you anymore, bro. You're like a watch along specialist. But I'm going to digress. And
You're welcome, Brian.
Do you high class? Do you feel any differently about Dijak? Do you think he's better off somewhere else? Let us know. Let the people know.
Here's the thing. Dijak was a victim of Vince McMahon jealousy. That is what Dijak was in W. Here's the thing. Triple H had that man on freaking fire when he was leaving NXT to go to the main roster. He was on fire as Donovan Dijak.
Yep.
And then Vince goes and slaps a mask on him and calls him T-Bar. And that was the end of his WWE career because he could never come back from it. Mia Yim is the only one out of that faction
the only surviving member
still in the company.
And she came back down to NXT.
Back from it.
She's barely hanging on.
Yeah. But no, I'm glad he's out. He deserves better than what he got in WWE. Well, at least when he got to the main roster under Vince. I would like to honestly, I want to see him go to TNA because as much as I love AEW, I feel like it's kind of a shit show right now. Yes, they're putting on great matches, but there needs to be improvements.
Yeah. You Justin saying like Dijak would work wonders for TNA. Like, I agree. You know, and I wanna disagree with you guys. I can't. I feel like Retribution and T-Bar and all that just fucked.
Hey Dom, real quick, didn't mean to cut you off, but you got that song you said you were gonna show me?
There's only one reason he should be in TNA.
You got that song you were gonna show me?
Wait, Wendy, what's the reason he should be in TNA? What's the reason he should be in TNA?
Because I believe. Do you believe?
Do we believe in who? Say it.
Joe Hendry. Oh.
Hey Temple, how you doing, scumbag? Miss you.
I'm sorry, Temple. I had to do it. But I fucking hate the guy too.
I know Bruce hates the guy just as much as you, and he wanted to do it anyway.
I have been obsessively listening to that all week.
You were listening to it when you came on here before we got live. I was like, you're going to turn that off. We can shut down. But anyway, yeah, when going back to Dijak, I mean, Retribution, T-Bar destroyed his fucking career, at least in WWE. Yep. There was no coming back from that. And I know he did some decent stuff in NXT. He had some great matches like Josh Briggs, you know, that sort of thing.
Josh Briggs is just amazing anyways.
And there was a lot there, but there was just no getting over that. And Bruce is right. We have Vince McMahon to thank for that.
Mhm.
So, on behalf of wrestling fans and Dijak fans worldwide, hey Vince, do me you
Yup.
scum fuck.
That's right.
You scum fuck. And
Straight from the wrestling god's mouth.
I'm excited to see where Dijak ends up and what he's doing. I hope he has some kind of like meteoric rise like Ali did when he left. That's what I want to see for the guy. Justin says Dijak versus Hammerstone versus Josh Alexander. Yeah,
Entirely.
yeah. I might need a cigarette after reading that. I'm not gonna lie. just butcher's box match of all that I'm dying to see.
Yeah.
No, Temple, I agree. There's a lot of things that Dijak should have been, and he ended up being T-Bar. T-Bar. I know. We'll name you after what '90s kids call the thong. Awesome. Do I need to play the suck a bag of dicks again? Do I need to? No.
Yeah.
That once is enough. We can move on from that because on the other side, like this was trauma as well, but this was good trauma. If anybody watched Dogging with Dom and Friends on Monday, we came in right as the Uncle Howdy Bo Dallas segment started. And there were 3 people on the screen, and for the entire segment, I don't think anybody said a word. It had to be the most boring thing to watch because we're all just sitting there like, oh, like,
yeah.
It was ridiculous. It was basically Howdy giving Bo Dallas what felt like a fucking therapy session over his brother, to the point where I think one of his sisters actually like got mad at him for it and then understood after the fact. So this kind of fell into the category that we're discussing this week on Is Nothing Forbidden. Like, I loved it. But I want to know what you guys think, and I want to know if you guys think that maybe just some of this behind the scenes, like shoot stuff, personal life stuff, should be kept there, or if you want to see more shit like this. And this time we're going to start with the founder. High Class, what you got?
So here's the thing. Bo Dallas has said nothing that he hasn't already said on tape. If you've watched the Bray Wyatt tribute that WWE did, that tribute movie they made, everything Bo Dallas said in that promo, he said in that video. So it was nothing new. The only thing that was really new, and here's if you watch the tribute again, you would have already known that Bo Dallas was going to carry on his legacy at the very end of the damn documentary. So we all knew, if you watched it, you knew this was coming. Like, I didn't know that this promo was coming and this video was coming, which I thought was pretty fucking amazing. And Bray is probably upstairs laughing and clapping and loving every bit of it because it was fucking good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. You know?
Yeah, no, it was nothing short of amazing to see. Even though, like you said, I had seen the tribute, I had heard him say this, but it was just, it's one thing to do it in like a documentary series on Peacock. It's another thing to do it live on USA during Raw.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me believe that like some of these reports that say when Raw moves to Netflix, it will be uncensored, kind of makes me feel like they might actually be accurate with some of the shit that Raw has pulled lately.
Yeah.
Like, if they're willing to do this on TV, imagine what they're willing to do on Netflix. That intrigues me too. But this segment in particular just blew me the fuck away. But enough about me. You already know that if you watch Monday. And if you don't, I just said it again. I want to hear what Grandma has to say on the topic. So please, bruv, hit me.
Oh, excuse me. I think...
Good push.
Thank you.
That was nice.
I think personal things like that do have a time and place. And if done correctly, like this segment, they come off as well done. They're not cringe. They're not like, ugh, why did he say that? Like it works. They took this. He went to a deep, dark, personal place, and they ran with it, and it was elegantly done. Maybe elegantly isn't the word, but it was done correctly. And it wasn't embarrassing to anybody. It's stuff that he had said before. It's stuff that's been heard, and it's putting it all out there. And sometimes you got to get these things off your chest in order to learn how to process that grief and figure out how to live with it. So I mean, maybe he needed that. So
The other thing that this promo gave us is it actually gave us and showed us that Uncle Howdy is actually an alter ego of Bo Dallas.
yes,
Just like the Fiend was an
Was the
alter
alter
ego
ego of
of
Bray.
Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
So now and I think that was a smart move by Bo Dallas
by everybody.
by him doing that, because everyone knew who Uncle Howdy was, and it kind of took it almost took the mystique away. But now that you know that Uncle Howdy is just an alter ego, it kind of brings that excitement back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
It's like,
like
oh, they're
separation
actually
of church and
going
state.
there. Like, this is good.
Now, are the other characters going to be alter egos as well, or are they going to stay in character?
So that was going to be
That's the
my last
question.
question. Are we going to get this sort of thing from all the members of the Wyatt Six? Like, are we going to see Rowan and oh god, I can't remember the name.
That would
Rambling Rabbit and
Loomis,
Rowan
yeah.
having a sit down like therapy session at all that? Are we going to have like Abigail and Nikki Cross, which I thought it was cool the way that was introduced, where she kind of scares the shit out of Chad Gable and then drops the box at the table for Pat McAfee, whose show they invaded and he did not show up for Monday because of.
I like what Temple says.
Well, which one?
Have them all sit down with Uncle Howdy, but Loomis shouldn't, in my opinion. He should let his actions in attacks and ring speak for himself. Agreed. Because Loomis has that notoriety for being the silent killer kind of thing.
Yeah, Loomis never speaks. He literally
silent.
draws pictures. End of story.
He's one guy that hasn't changed his gimmick since the Stalker gimmick in TNA.
Yep.
And it still works for him.
It does. He stuck to his guns. It's worked.
You know what it is? It's the fucking mustache and the gloves.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? I with all due respect to Temple, I agree with what you say, Bruce, because every time I see Dexter Loomis, whether it's NXT, WWE, whatever, I can still hear the British fans when he was in TNA calling him a creepy bastard and like chanting.
Dude, and honestly, Samuel Shaw was, I think, way more of a sinister stalker name than Dexter Loomis, because I mean, all they did was take a name from a TV show and give him a dumb last name.
Yeah.
Oh no, not that dumb. Loomis is from
Halloween.
Dr. Loomis, Halloween. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They kind of threw two very scary, entertaining shows or media, entertaining movie TV shows together, and they made his character, which I kind of like. It still doesn't have the ring of Samuel Shaw, though.
Something about the name.
It does sound creepier.
The Chrissy Hemme paintings.
Right.
Okay,
right.
We're getting so far off.
You know what? No, we're actually not. We're actually not. Because speaking of like creepy shit and stalking and everything else, Wendy had a great topic for us between the saga that has become Mid Morgan on Raw. And so for the first and not last time, I'm going to turn the show over to Wendy to introduce this, and then she can just fire it to one of us to get our thoughts.
So I was thinking about this on the drive to work, because that's what I do. I think about wrestling on the drive to work while cussing everyone out and tell them to use their fucking blinkers. Use your fucking blinkers, assholes. What if it's all mind games? Like, it's not Liv really going after Dom to be like, "Hello, my baby." No. What if it's all her trying to take everything Rhea loves? She took her title. Next, she's taking Dom. And she's taking the Judgment Day. Because even Finn is like conspiring low-key with her. You know, like fucking
Low key,
Carlito
she just
being
helped him win
Carlito.
the tag titles.
See what I mean? So what if it's a whole thing of her being like, I'm gonna take everything you fucking love because you took everything from me.
I mean, yeah, I couldn't agree. I have been saying it on Mondays, and I might have said it last week. I don't know. Last week was a blur because I was having some issues behind the scenes. But Liv Morgan is on this like single white female kick where she is just running around trying to absorb everything that is Rhea Ripley until Rhea is no more.
Yep.
Like she took her out, then she took her title, then she's been trying to take Dom, now she's working over Finn. Now she's doing the same kind of like backdoor way into the
Backdoor.
Judgment Day, like Carlito and Funko Pophead McDonough and all them motherfuckers that have tried before her. And why wouldn't it work? It seems to work for any of them, but it feels
The only one who's not taking the bait is Damian Priest so far.
right, because apparently Damian Priest is not thirsty. I don't. I guess it's just something about
Bisexual Undertaker.
The bisexual Undertaker has an entire buffet of people. He doesn't need just Liv Morgan.
right. Like
a whole buffet of people throwing themselves at him.
First of all, he's the champ. He's the life of the party. He got groupies. Dirty Dom does not. And no offense to Finn Balor because I love him, but you haven't been hot shit in a minute either. So when somebody like Liv is looking at you, you might be like, yeah, hey, I'll take the hotel key. I'm just saying. And I'm going to give a shout out to my Watchman. I acknowledge you, my big Samoan friend. And he throws it back. Yes.
The last one's the best.
Backdoor.
Not 12-year-old boys.
I know.
No,
Did I really just mention Liv Morgan and Backdoor in the same rant?
You did.
I did, didn't I? Yeah, that's the thing.
You didn't
That's on
say
the
rock
internet
hard
now.
going through a forbidden door.
It was close enough, man. I mean, I guess at least I didn't say rock hard was going into Liv's forbidden door. Then we'd really have a problem.
I don't think Tony would be happy about that.
I don't think Paul would either. He would kick me out of the Levesque barbecue. We'd be fucked.
We'd be out of the Levesque barbecue, y'all.
All
There's
right.
some good shit coming out of that smoker. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
All
But
right, Wendy. Here you go. Here's my thoughts.
Tell me your thoughts, Bruce.
Liv Morgan sucks and I hate the story. But because I'm going to take this segment seriously for your sake,
Thank you.
I mean,
Because
you're
I'm
not
the
wrong,
most
by the
serious
way.
person here.
That's implied.
Yeah, no, that does definitely seem what she's trying to do and her and her motives and everything. Yeah. That's definitely it. She's trying to take everything from Rhea, and God, it's so stupid. I'm sorry.
It's a
I'm
little
sorry.
dumb. It's a little
fucking
dumb.
like Dom is so much better than this. And here's the thing: how the fuck is Carlito a member of the fucking Judgment Day? What does he have to do with the fucking Judgment Day?
I don't think he is. I think he's hanging out.
Darn, he's just hanging like like he's playing cards with the fucking APA in the back drinking beer.
No, because him and Dom have bonded over Dom's deadbeat dad and how much they hate him. Which I would join that party. I'd join that party. I'd be like, let me hang out.
Okay,
we
fair.
Can talk, so we can trash
but
talk.
Eddie
now that you brought him up, I have
dad.
to say, clickety clackety.
Eddie was not a deadbeat dad. He fought for his son and lost.
Well, I mean, his adopted dad, his deadbeat adoptive dad.
Uncle Eddie was cool.
Of course, Eddie was the fucking best.
Next thing you know, Dom will be like, "Rock, are you trying to offer me some pie?" Jesus Christ. We've all become 5 on tonight's show, and I
we're all
fucking
12-year-old boys today.
And I fucking love it. You know who else? You know what else I love? I love the banger.
TK in the house.
I mean, banger of podcasting. TK, what is good, bro? I miss you. I love you. I hope we get to see you at Forbidden Door tomorrow. No, I don't want any of your Forbidden Door. Don't even ask. I don't want it. I'm good. We're cool. I love you, but not like that.
So Rock Hard's not going through that door?
Not that door, no. But since we've alluded to it enough, and I think we've exhausted this topic and proved that we're fifth graders all at once, let's move on to a prediction / game segment that came straight from the mind of Grandma Wendy. If you joined us earlier, Wendy has already hit the bell, so you know she has it. There it is. Does that have an emoji on it?
It does. It does. There we go. Yep. He's a happy little bell.
And
he's ready.
The rules of this game are simple. Wendy is going to go down the card for Forbidden Doors. She is going to then toss it to Bruce or myself. And we will have to make a pick in 3 words or less. Every word after 3, Wendy is going to ding us. And the person with the least amount of dings wins.
You get 3 words in 5 seconds. If you go over 3 words, you get a ding. You go over 5 seconds, you get a ding.
Okay.
Person with the most dings is the fucking loser.
Now let me be clear, just so live chat, you can say whatever the fuck you want. This only applies to us, okay? So we will get the picks in, and then we will go to the chat and we will see what you think, because there are a lot of times where I will get to my pick and I will go, well, I agree with this person or that person in the chat. So fuck it. We're just going to say 3 words and make it about you, because we love you.
Now, Wendy, before we start, if someone has a, like, say someone's got 2 names, does that, like, I don't know, like
who?
The Young Bucks, does that count as 1 word, or does that count as 2?
Yeah, like if they have a long name, you know,
like if it was Rhea Ripley, like.
Like
that counts as 1.
Long name.
Okay, if she says who wins in that match.
But the moment you start doing, I think it'll be the Young Bucks.
Honestly,
because you hit that because I hit that bell.
Even in your case, if you went honestly, the Young Bucks, you've already gone over. And you know what,
Justin?
I
think you're right. For saying honestly?
Yes.
Ding me for saying honestly. That's some
3 words.
Shit.
3.
Honestly is 1 word. Honestly is 1 word.
Yes, but then once you go beyond that, like honestly, the Young Bucks you've already gone over.
You've already passed. If you say anything more than a name, if you say more than their name,
honestly, Young Bucks win.
That was 4 words.
Ding.
No,
honestly, Young Bucks win.
If you say more than their name and start to give longer explanations,
Young Bucks is all 1. Okay, let's go.
Words. All right.
We just went over it.
So let's see. Are we ready? Should we start with a match that like people only care for because of the hotness?
Let's go wherever you want to go.
Okay. All right. So I have the card pulled up from AEW themselves. We're gonna work our way from the bottom up. Are you ready?
Let's go.
0 hour. Brian May versus Saraya for the Owen Hart quarterfinal. Bruce.
Mariah May.
Okay. Dom.
Mariah May.
We ain't getting dinged.
All right.
She's like, damn it, I want to hit
the All right, we're still in 0 hour. Trios match. Yoda Tsuji, Titan, Hiromu Takahashi versus Mystico and the Lucha Bros. A or B? Dom?
Me think A.
I want to ding you for being an ass.
It was 3 words.
Bruce, who you got?
Team CMLL wins.
Clarify. You get A or B. Don't come up to me with sneak
B.
numbers.
I said it.
That was a ding, though.
That is some fucking
I'm up 1.
bullshit.
More dings. No, I'm kidding.
All right, 0 hours still. Are we ready? Willow Nightingale and Tam Nakano versus Chris Statlander and Momo Watanabe. Bruce.
Statlander and Wabanambi win.
Watanabe. Dom.
Team Willow.
All right. Moving along, trios match. Hiroshi Tanahashi and the Acclaimed versus the Elite. Dom. You're thinking
The
too
Elite.
long.
I said it.
You took too long.
I was starting when you said you took too long.
To the count of 3. Bruce, 1, 2, 3, go.
The Elite win.
Okay. All right, moving along. Owen Hart men's tournament quarterfinal. Bryan Danielson versus Shingo Takagi. Bruce.
Danielson.
Dom.
Takagi.
Alrighty.
Ooh.
Interesting. Now I kind of hear. I kind of want to hear. You know what? Make a note. Circle back. Because I would like to hear why you guys have opposing opinions on that. All right. TNT Championship ladder match. Are we ready? Mark Briscoe versus Dante Martin versus El Fantasmo versus Leo. I'm retiring again after this match. Rush versus Jack Perry versus Takeshita. Sorry. Dom.
Jack Perry.
Bruce.
Scapegoat wins.
Interesting. Okay. Next up, Orange Cassidy versus Zack Sabre Jr. Bruce.
Zack Sabre Jr. all the way.
Dom.
Freshly squeezed.
Oh, okay. Title for title. The CEO and the TBS champion Mercedes Moné versus the women's strong champion Stephanie Vakir. Dom.
Ew, Monet.
Bruce.
Monet.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
She's not gonna win.
AEW Women's World Championship. Toni Storm versus Mina Shirakawa. Bruce.
Toni Storm.
Dom.
Tony.
Okay. Bonus question. Will Mariah May betray? Yes or no? Will she betray Toni Storm? Dom.
Yes.
Bruce.
No.
Oh, okay. IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Naito versus Moxley. Bruce.
Naito.
Dom.
Mox.
Okay. And last but not least, AEW World Championship. Will Ospreay versus Swerve Strickland. Dom.
Swerve.
Bruce.
Swerve.
All right. I was getting ready to ding it. Bonus question. Whose house?
Swerve's
Swerve's
house.
house.
Damn right. That was really fast. We need to have more people on here.
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Bruce,
Sorry,
you got
guys.
two ding? Dom, you got one?
I got a bullshit ding.
Uh-huh.
That's what it was. It was a bullshit ding.
My only ding was bullshit, and I still won.
It's okay though. It's okay.
It was experimental, so it won't count against you. You know, this was just
Yes.
experimental.
But experimentally, I won. Templeton Danielson versus Shingo at ZSJ versus Orange are the matches to watch out for this weekend. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, guys. I have to bid you adieu. I have to get up for work at 3 a.m. So
Oof.
I have to bid you adieu. Dom, you got lucky because of a bullshit ding.
My only ding was
No,
bullshit.
no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it
Disagreeing with the
wasn't.
judge, you get a bonus ding.
And I
That
still
was-
won. And I still won.
All right,
It's a double ding.
Hey,
No,
great show.
seriously. Thank you, high class.
Had a lot of
Thank
fun.
you for being here. We
I
love
appreciate
you.
you showing up anyway, even though you got to be up
Always.
at 3 a.m. to go to work.
Yes.
I know next week we all have 4th of July weekend pretty much off. So we will find a way to work around Money in the Bank and get back to you. And we will have more time. And maybe we'll do this again with more people. Who knows?
Who knows?
But thank you, high class. I
Love
wasn't
you, high
expecting
class.
to jump off that quick. We love you.
He really jumped off quick. He was like, "Mate, I'm done, mate."
But yeah, this should be an absolutely tremendous event.
Oh my goodness, yes, it is a lot that's gonna happen, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be one of those like hard to not get spoilers for. Like if you can't watch it the night of. So
Right. And since you had to judge all this, I'll just pick your brain for a minute and then we'll get out of here. So if you had to pick one match, and I know that's hard because this card is stacked, but if you had to pick one match that you could point to and say, this is the shit I'm tuning in for, which one would it be?
I'm gonna lie, Danielson and Takagi, like that's gonna be a good one. Fuck, dude. Do we need to say more? Nothing else needs to be said. That's gonna be a great one.
I mean, the
I'm
Battle of
excited.
Dragons? Fuck yeah.
Right? What the fuck, yeah, that's gonna be match of the night. Guarantee it.
Oh, Ivan, you're too kind. He says, nope, it's Top Rope's house.
Love it. What's the match you're least excited for? We always talk about most. What about least?
Oh. Yeah, I'm thinking about it and I'm looking at the card. You know what? And I don't even know if we brought it up. I'm not sure it's even on there. I think it's still on there. They were going to have that 6-man match with the Learning Tree and Hook, Samoa Joe, and everyone's favorite CNC. And that one, I was like, fuck, we could get rid of this right now.
Yeah, it looks like they got rid of it because it's not on the card for on their website.
Well, I know Jericho wanted to get Minoru Suzuki to fill in for Brian Keith, and Suzuki had sent a video and he basically went, "Nah, bro, you went soft. I don't want to team up with you. I want to beat your ass." And I laughed because Jericho pulled one of those things mid-ring where he's like, "I haven't seen this, guys. Roll the video, guys." That type of shit. And Suzuki just told him basically, in no uncertain terms, go fuck yourself. You're soft. I'd rather beat your ass than team up with you.
Pretty much, yeah.
And when when Murder Grandpa doesn't want to come to the States, it's not a match worth watching.
It's not worthwhile, no. But it doesn't look like it's on their card, so it should be fine. I'm curious about the AEW World Championship match between Swerve and Ospreay because I've always loved Ospreay. I think he's fantastic. I think it's going to be a great match, but it's always like we were saying last week, is it too soon? Are we just pandering to the fans?
Yeah, like again, I know we both said we were kind of on the fence, and I really backpedaled and apologized a bit, but I'm not going to fully know if I need to apologize or not until I see this match.
Yeah,
if it plays out and it's like beautiful match of the year quality, like honestly, most of Ospreay's matches this year.
Oh yeah, he's had some amazing matches all year.
I will totally come on next week and be like, look, I'm sorry. Yeah. It was a thing. I got mad. You know what happens if people get mad? They don't really think.
Yeah, you don't think clearly.
Sometimes you're impatient. You don't let it play out. Shit happens. That's what happened to me. Okay. I fucked around. I found out.
I fucking found out.
And I think we also found out you killed Temple with the Leo. I'm going to retire immediately after this match rush.
I mean, he always does.
He always does. You remember I was bringing up that huge live stream that we did on Facebook?
Yes.
We were literally joking about Leo Rush retiring after a match on that live stream.
And then he ended up retiring a week later or some shit.
That was 4th of July weekend, 4 years ago. And we're here again. And there's been so many times in between. What a werewolf say.
More times than Ric Flair.
And new experimental champion. That's right. I'm taking it. Where's my belt? It's not here. God damn it. I put it away because Justin took it from me. Fuck. But I'll take it. That's 23. I'm also the experimental prediction champion.
God. I think this will definitely go over better when we get a bigger crowd.
No, it will. But that was so much fun, and I'm proud to say I am the experimental champion of Wendy's Bell Brigade. That is fucking amazing. Thank you, Samoan Watchman. I love you for that. Jack Perry wins, but my heart wants to catch either of the two. Wait, Temple. You know I love you, bro. And I'm not saying that's a horrible statement because I'm with you, but you are the one that comes to everybody's live stream on this channel and repeatedly spams Jack Perry is the GOAT. Jack Perry is the GOAT. And now you have two choices?
Sometimes a boy's got more than one love. What can he say?
Then stop saying Jack Perry is the goddamn GOAT. Ivan says he says he's this way because he loves us.
Of course.
Feelings. Whoa, feelings.
Okay, get.
And believe me, Temple, I want Steph to win badly. I want Steph to win. I don't know if you were here last week, but Wendy and I had a huge in-depth conversation about this where I have basically asked her, like, would this make Mercedes Moné the John Cena of AEW, where she just walks in, golden shovels young talent, takes titles, and moves the fuck on? Everybody's like, but she's so good. Okay, we knew that. But you tell me like Willow ain't no good. You tell me Stephanie Vacher ain't no good because if you are, I'm going to ask you if you have ever seen them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they're not? Somebody that I've been watching do the same shtick for the last decade or so.
Yep.
It's McDonald's versus McDowell's. It's the same fucking shit. It's the same shitty promos. It's the same shitty twerking on the apron. It's all that bullshit. We've seen it. You know what a lot of people haven't seen? How amazing Stephanie is. You know what people were starting to see? How awesome Willow Nightingale actually is. And we got to get rid of all that to go back to McDowell's.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, I don't know. Personally, I say fuck it, but apparently Bruce likes it, so there's got to be something in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did Jeff Cobb get added to that 6-man? To that learning tree shit? Is he going to be Jericho and Big Bill's partner? Because I thought I saw something about
that.
He
was just on here, yeah. Like, I've been watching it. He was just on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
That would be cool. That would be cool. Mariah May will win the Owen and turn on Tony there. See, I think she's going to turn on Tony at the pay-per-view, and then we're going to get Camille to come in and eradicate both her and Mina and roll out with Tony.
Great. I would be here for that.
Because I think if you think of that mental picture, you go like black and white with like Tony Storm and the title, and then Luther and the gloves, and then you got Camille standing there like this in the background.
Yep.
Like doing her best Taz impression since I'm wearing the shirt.
That would be amazing.
Like that's a fucking visual right there. Like, and then we can still have Mariah and Mina kind of like do some provocative shit mid-ring every now and then, and that'll be fun too.
Every now and then.
Well, you know, I don't want to be like every week because that's a little thirsty, and I'm a married man. I'm not that thirsty. I only get a little parched, is what I'm saying. Just a bit parched. Just I could really use just a little sip.
Just a touch.
Just a little bit. I'm a little bit. Oh, Jericho is teaming with Jeff Cobb. Okay. I'm still going with Team Joe. Although I will say, if we get a moment with Jeff Cobb and Samoa Joe in the same ring together, like for the first time, then that match is worth it.
Yeah.
It's probably my most anticipated, but that moment would make it all gold. All of it. Yeah, having to put up with, hi guys, and I've been for the world champion for 70 days now, guys, and blah blah blah. Fuck off. Just ring the bell and put Joe and Jeff in the ring together, and I'm a happy guy.
Just be done with it already, God.
You know, I know we glossed over the elite and Rod and Todd and all that. But the last thing I want to say, and then we can get the hell up out of here,
All
is
right.
just looking at pro wrestling in general. Don't you think it's a little weird that as the elite reformed with new talent, all of a sudden the bloodline decided to do the same thing shortly after?
That is a little sus, I won't lie.
Isn't that a little weird?
Just a little bit.
Because when Bruce said, does it give you Bullet Club vibes? It really does. But then I'm also thinking, but then, I didn't want to take up too much of his time because I wanted to get to the game. And then I was thinking, if you think back to the Bullet Club, those, the we had God and the Bucks at the same time throwing up the two sweets, and then the Bucks do this with Okada and with Jack Perry, and shortly after, all of a sudden, Solo's bringing in new guys for the bloodline, and he's the tribal chief. And Roman had to go. Oh, you mean like Kenny had to go?
Just saying.
It's like Kenny had all those belts and then Roman had to have them. That happened too. Roman had one belt. Kenny got 3. All of a sudden, Roman has 2.
Out of nowhere.
The elite come back. They get rid of mainstay members and they reform and they try to take over the show. Next thing you know, Solo's doing it with the bloodline.
Just a thought, y'all. Just a
and
thought.
You can before you call me a Stan or a Mark or any of that bullshit that you tribalistic fuckers actually pull off. Google the timeline and tell me if I'm wrong.
It looks about right to me. Just saying.
I mean, pre-WrestleMania, they were kicking Kenny Omega out of the elite and bringing in Okada and doing all this shit. And then post-WrestleMania, it's like, hey, can I copy your homework?
Yeah, but don't make it too obvious, man.
It's bad enough that Tama Tonga's got an MJF shirt on WWE Shop.
Seriously, guys, come on.
But again, they don't watch. It's not a competition. It's not. And only Tony Khan is petty.
Only right? Tony.
Only. It's only.
Tony, I'm the only king of petty Khan. You know what I got to say to that?
That was well said. Gonna be fully honest here, but I'm almost fully hoping or fully hopping off TNA and NXT collab. Yeah, I'm done, bro. I can't. Inner Circle debate. Hi guys. All right, chat, everybody. We love you. We had a ball. We laughed, we cried, we once again said Rock Hard will be coming through the forbidden door, even though he's not on the card. I don't know why we said it, but we said it anyway.
It's happening.
Crazy shit about Liv and her back door, but that doesn't matter now because we said what we needed to say. We've done what we needed to do, and all that's left is to just say. So once thank you to everyone in the live chat. You guys are awesome. We don't always feel, the best coming in here to do this for you guys, but we do it anyway because we love you.
Absolutely.
and of course, we love doing this with one another, the big family of brubs, the Gun Club, if you will. So we will definitely talk and work out a time that works for us next week that isn't during Money in the Bank, because obviously I will be covering that on a watch along here. You can just call your boy the Marathon Man, because I will be back to you tomorrow for Forbidden Door, and hopefully we will have some of the lovely folks that show up for every fucking watch along we do pop in, even if they can't stay, including maybe even this one here. Hopefully we get grandma. Hopefully
maybe
even if it's just for a minute. I don't care. Just more grandma is a yay, and then we move on. And then I will be back to you again on Monday, hopefully with De Niro, and we will and Dogging with De Niro, where we will cover the final hour of Monday Night Raw. And then after that, I will sign the fuck off, and you probably won't see me till the following weekend, unless these guys say like, "Hey, I'm available Tuesday," and then I guess I'll be like, "Fuck, all right, let's go."
All right, let's do it, boys.
But until then, folks, please enjoy the weekend. Come back and enjoy Forbidden Door with us. Please go to our many social medias and our merch site and enjoy the things that we post. Enjoy purchasing some shit so maybe I can make a few dollars. But most importantly, just enjoy fucking wrestling. If it's not your cup, or in my case, humongous gallon jug of tea, let somebody else drink it. Say it for him, Grandma.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.
There it was. We'll catch you soon, folks, and I will definitely see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.